Okay, Maya's here, and so is Gerald. And Gerald's super stoked to tell a scary story to Maya. Oh, I'm sorry, Maya, am I blasting you in the face? Are you stoked to hear a scary story? Maya's mom has not yet returned from her hike. It's totally pitch dark. She said she wanted to go find answers, so who knows? This is a journey. We're all on a journey. Are you ready, Maya?
I farted.
Like all scary stories, this one is a true story. Once there was a man who lived in a town. This is just coming to me, Maya. It just is, you know. Maybe a little personal, but that's okay, you know. And all of a sudden, a being arose in that town. A horrible, scary being, Maya. It was darkness, spreading misery and decay. It wanted to put everybody in cages. But then that man busted out because he called on the powers of the old ways. He called on the power of the white zombies. The white zombies came to his aid, broke him out, and he ran and ran in search of beauty. I'm telling you basically my story, Maya. I don't know. Is it scary? But I should just own it. I'm telling my story, Maya. He ran. It's becoming our story, kind of. At least right now, this moment. He ran and ran. He ran to the wild horses who showed him beauty, gave him new moves to use on the creature, and spread orangeness. And then he said, I have to spread it farther. What can I do? I get to spread it farther. And then he found a young tutor, a student in her own way seeking wildness. And then they began to go farther, and now she's on her way. Who knows what she's going to find. Is this a scary story? Not really, isn't it? I'm just kind of telling my story. Okay, I admit it's been on my mind. Fine, Gerald, okay. Okay, scary story for real. Here we go. I don't really want to scare you. So I'm just going to tell the story about something that I would find. Once there was a world filled with people who were very mean. And they all wore masks. But not like, I know you wear underwear, it's different, it's not like that. They all wore masks, and they stared at the ground. They ran into each other, and they didn't even realize. And it was just, like, pitiful and kind of gross. I can't even say horrible, because, like, it didn't have enough energy to be horrible. It was just dull. And they ran into each other and fell over, and then didn't realize that what had happened, and then they figured that it must have been some force at work, and then they thought up some grand giant theory of why it was like that. They acted on that theory, and everybody was totally horrible. Is that scary? No? Okay. Alright, fine. Okay, I'm going there, Maya. I'm going. You really want me to go there? Alright. See if the song is still rocking. Once there was a cat named Daffodil. Who spent all of his time exuding this calm, loving exterior. You would rub him and pet him, and you would love on him and stuff and listen to him. But then at night, Daffodil, oh, I'm gonna scare myself so bad. I don't want to do this one, Maya. Are you still listening or are you falling asleep? I don't want to do this one because it's really gonna mess with me. Because I don't know if I've talked about Daffodil, but we kind of have collaboration issues sometimes. And he takes status, and then I don't, like, sometimes it feels like there's other things happening here, and I'm about to tell a scary story about Daffodil, like, going in and, like, whispering to Satan in the toilet, and then I just don't want to do that. Okay? So, what? Okay. Maya likes to say I farted, but that's your thing. Man, I'm kind of non-Geraldistic with it. We're in the woods. Do you want to be really scared tonight? Okay, alright. Ah, once there was... No, one night, a big brother decided to take his little sister. Where's your mom? Let's talk about where your mom... No. She's doing her thing. Once there was... A big brother decided to take his little sister up into the Beartooth Mountains for a hike. They found a place to camp. They noticed that the stones in the camp were arranged in sort of a strange design. But worst of all, when he looked down, he saw a coupon from PCC. I'm really bombing here. I'm just bombing Maya. I'm sorry. This isn't really my thing. I don't do scary. I try not to do it. I could. The creature could show up. The creature of Seattle. We could do that. Would get scary. No, I'm not going to do that. Okay. Come on, Gerald. You're here. It's camping out. You have a little sister who wants to... How scared do you want to be? Super scared. Okay, I could tell you about the movie that scared me more than anything in the world when I was a kid. Do you want to hear about that? Do you want to hear about that? Once there was a young lady who was lonely and sad. She worked and toiled all day long, cleaning up for others. She lived in the basement. Nobody cared about her or even knew who she was. It didn't matter. They just gave her more and more chores to do. She was ignored and forgotten down alone in the basement. The basement, Maya. The basement. She had 3 stepsisters who were ugly. They yelled at her and yelled at her over and over again to do things, and her stepmother was mean. She was left alone down in the basement. I remember seeing this, and it just scared me so much. She was trapped down there in the basement. With her stepsisters yelling, Cinderella, Cinderella, Cinderella. And that was not the scary part. The scary part was she was down in the basement, Maya, by herself. And then do you know what happened? All of a sudden, she starts hearing little voices talking to her through the grate. This scared me so much. I could not, because I had a bedroom on the first floor, and for the longest time, I would just stay awake all night waiting to hear, like, mice talking to me. You know, we'll tell you, we're going to take you on a magic adventure, Gerald. Oh, Gerald, you're going to come on a magic. And I was like, oh my gosh, what? Talking mice? Talking, and then they like get in, and they like, and it's just like they sing songs. It's like, what? They're mice and they're talking to her. It scared me so bad. If mice could talk, what does that mean? That means that maybe the deer could talk, but then that leads to Narnia, and that's kind of awesome. Huh. Oh, I just had a breakthrough. It's a breakthrough moment for me, Maya. Okay, fine. One time there was a guy with a hatchet who was going around chopping people up. Is that on the right track? Yeah? Okay. There's a guy with a... I don't really want to tell that story. Oh. Oh, wow. Maya, I just farted. I farted. Okay. Well, that's fun. One time Gerald farted and he smelled his fart and it made him go crazy. Oh. If I went crazy? No, I don't want to go crazy. Well, I'm in the vein now to like start copying stories. Do you want to tell a scary story? No? What's the scariest thing you can think of? Help me out here. Give me a plot point or a beat. I farted. Let's see. School? Going back to school? Okay, school. Teacher? Kid? Yeah, okay. One time Maya had to go back to school. And she had a teacher who said, "Children, I like to make my own barbecue." Right? What's the teacher really doing? She's cutting you guys up. Okay, let's just leave it. Maya, you're gonna go back to school. Horrible. Okay. Well, look, we gotta get in the tent. I gotta get in the tent anyway. We need to look for your mom. That could be a scary story. Alright, well, look, sometimes you get up and you kill, and other times you get up and... I do think I was going somewhere with the Cinderella thing. That really scared me bad. Do you want to talk about anything that scares you? No? It's okay, you don't have... It sounds like we kind of got to start something going with school. Okay. Well, let's leave it there. Let's not be scared. Let's be stoked. I thought we would be stoked. Alright. Okay, well, it's raining. Hopefully tomorrow it clears up because we're headed to the top. All the way to the wildest part of the Beartooths, as wild as it gets. To stand at the very end at a place called Lily Lake. Let's do it.